Previously on Making Home, it was all about the basement. The bathroom layout was decided, insulation followed by drywall went up. I picked the tile for the bathroom and I learned how to expose a brick wall. When I first looked at the home, I wasn't planning on redoing the floors, but then we started walking around and it was like, Welcome guys to my series about DIYing and styling and making over and making my new house feel like a home. So in today's episode, we're going to take a break from the basement and actually move to the main floor and second floor. So just so we're all on the same page, I'm actually turning this home into a duplex, which means it's going to be 2 apartments or flats or units. And my unit is going to be the main floor and the basement, while the second unit is going to be the upstairs second floor. Before we jump in, there's a couple things. First of all, are you subscribed already? Because I would love it if you were here before we reach 2 million. Looking forward to that happening very soon. And second of all, I want you to know that this was filmed over the last couple months and that everyone now is following government guidelines, social distancing, and staying safe. So let's jump into it. It is going to get very messy this episode. The first step is to take down some walls because I need this to be a little bit more open concept. But then also we're putting up some walls later. I'm sure it's really hard to understand where I am right now because it looks like I'm in Dexter's house. But if you put me, you are here on my little house map. This is where I'm standing. So there's definitely a crew here doing this. I am by no means demoing my house, but I thought it'd be fun to break some ground.
How you doing that?
I don't know, I'm gonna go talk to the demo crew. I need to borrow a hammer. Today I have the North Phoenix team in showing me how it's done. I was really impressed with the work that they did, so if you need help with demo or mold removal or any other of those messy reno home needs, I will put their contact information in the description.
Are you gonna get a lesson from the expert?
Yeah, I am.
Because we always do like a line, so right here. And then we do everything, just put it out.
Okay.
That's how it's done.
Oh my gosh, what about the electrical here?
No worries, it's from the other side.
Okay.
Don't push it too hard.
Oh, big tools.
Yes. Woo! This is hard. Imagine doing this all day. You'd be jacked. How many days a week do you do this?
5 times a day.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa. Well, I'm gonna help out so you can take a break. This is so hard.
I'll help you.
Are we saving that? Or you wouldn't?
No, you can save that, yeah, for sure. I'll save for you.
I feel like I might need that. I don't know. Wow.
You must save it, okay?
Nope. I'm not having doors in my house. Open concept, baby. Bye. Bye. I'm gonna have to replace some floorboards here because I was hoping it went underneath the wall, but it doesn't. So that's okay. Some patchwork. So that was drywall, but most of the walls in this house are not drywall. That is a newer wall. Most of them are lath and plaster, which is what, do you want to see what lath and plaster is? Apparently it's a lot messier. I'm gonna go undercover here. Woo! That is dustier.
Yeah, I see.
Wow.
Oh yeah, the wood. When
Lath?
you see like old houses that are falling apart, you always see that, like wood.
Lath? Plaster?
Plaster.
Also, I know that there can be asbestos in plaster. Do I look silly?
No, you look like a professional.
There can be asbestos in plaster, but we got this tested and we're asbestos free.
How do you spell asbestos?
A-B, I need my mask.
It's a joke. As best as you can.
There's like hair in this plaster. Is that normal?
Yeah, it is.
Hair?
And everything. It's not hair. It's like a kind of insulation.
Ooh.
They used to put everything behind the walls.
Everything.
Everything.
Let me know if you find money, okay?
Yeah. Oh,
Secrets? Hello? I'm glad I got to break ground, but I am gonna leave this to the professionals. They're doing a much more concise and knowledgeable job than I am. So I'm gonna leave it to them, and I'm excited to come back because this place is gonna look so different. Wow, this looks so different. This looks real. This is my real house. A wee bit of a construction zone. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this. This used to be like the dining room, and that used to be the living room, and there used to be a giant wall here, but this looks so much better. So much more open and more versatile. I can actually, you know, do with the space kind of whatever I want. And there used to be this weird door here. No duct. That's where the TV will go. I will be sitting right here. Just like this.
And this is your front door?
Oh my god, hi! So nice to see you.
Oh, this is the new place, huh?
Yeah.
It looks like you just moved in.
I honestly don't know what to do with this space because it's just like a lot of space right here. That's like kind of not really useful because like you don't want your living room right here. Like, you could have done, I guess, living room here and dining room right here, but I think that this makes the most sense. You could do like a nice little desk here, and there's actually a duct here that had asbestos in it. You heard that right, asbestos. Used in various building materials decades ago, it can cause cancer when exposed. So the North Phoenix team discovered some asbestos insulation that was wrapping a duct. They safely removed it, which includes creating an enclosure, removing the duct and double bagging it, and then also making sure to seal and wash and make sure the area is clean. I'm so glad that they were able to take care of this quickly and safely. Actually, you know what I was thinking? Because I don't have a lot of space for a dining room, I was even thinking that you could put like a fold-up table here, and then I want to do a built-in bench here. Imagine if I needed to like sit my whole family down here. I could like do a little pop-up table here. You could use like the bench as seating and then get some chairs, and you could like put a whole table here. This could be like the pop-up dining room maybe. Hello.
Oh, you fit through the walls.
I'm a ghost. We're doing all tiles here. And this won't be here anymore. So this is a good little entranceway for the person that will live here. So they can put like a little like shoe unit here. And I can put a mirror here. All right, well now comes the fun of home ownership. It snowed a lot recently, so it's time to do some shoveling. Also, my dad got me a huge spool of Ethernet cable for my house for Christmas. This is my kind of family, folks.
You're like a hooded mast.
Hello. Shovel time.
So you all moved in now, or?
Nope.
No?
Nope, definitely not. We're doing the renos.
Oh, okay.
It's taking a while.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe spring. I'm hoping like I'll be back here.
Oh, it's just like a big reno then. It's not that big.
Yeah, me neither. It's been a process, but nice when it's done.
Yeah, we'll be working on this.
Hopefully, yeah. Too close. Were you doing that? So insulation is going in on the main floor between my unit and the common hallway as well as the other unit. This is important for not only soundproofing, but also to make sure that the units are all to fire code. This is the demoed bathroom. It's really just one of the things that's happening up here. I'm not doing too much for this second unit up here, just this bathroom, since I stole the tub. And the kitchen over here, which they demoed this wall here. This is a lot. Nervous laps?
We love that. Whoa!
So this is where like everything is right now.
We need a wide lens on this guy.
When I first looked at the home, I wasn't planning on redoing the floors up here because I was like, they're old looking, but they're still, I don't know, I liked the character. But then we started walking around and it was like, so my contracting team said we can not only redo the floors, but also pull up the subfloor and reinforce everything so that it doesn't squeak, soundproof it, and then redo the floors. And then also we need to pull up the floors because we're bringing the plumbing from this bathroom across into the kitchen and into the laundry. So there's lots of perks of opening up the floors. That's a good thing. I feel like with every bad news, you're like, oh, but there are pros to this. We can easily bring all the plumbing over.
This looks like a booby trap. With all the things coming out.
Yeah, like if you stepped on this right now, you'd go through the ceiling, right? Literally the scariest. So something my contractor is waiting on is for my answer on what the tile is gonna be in this front hallway, the communal hallway, and then also the second unit's hallway. Obviously I'm just gonna do like the same tile. I was looking at the store at like larger tiles, but I just like, I was looking at them, I was just like, I really don't like these. I felt like they're the safe choice and like it's not gonna offend anybody, but I wanted something that A, I would like, B, I wouldn't get sick of, and C, would kind of like bring something to this hallway since it is just this tiny little hallway when you walk in. So I have some samples here. I was looking at a hexagon style because a lot of homes in this area were built with this. So I feel like it's just very classic. Like you can't really, like you might not like it, but it's so classic that it's like, how can you hate it? And also there'll be a rug on it and stuff, but I think doing this with a dark grout, as much as white grout looks great, I don't think that that's very realistic in a front hallway. But I just need to decide now what size and if I want to do black or white or a pattern. I think I've already decided I want white. I don't know, seeing the black looks really great, but the black is twice as much as the white, so it's making me second guess things. I think that the bigger hex is more like a modern take on it and not traditional. And I feel like the small hex is traditional. Or I could do a fun pattern. So I turned off the camera, but I've been standing here for probably 20 minutes. Honestly, maybe 25, trying to figure out what I want to do. And I've landed on the small hex with some kind of black border, and I'll do like a rectangle in here, and then I'll do a detail in that space. And honestly, I just like the smaller hex because I think it's a little bit more classic than the larger hex. And I think with the black grout, I think the smaller like might look better. It just like might kind of like blend together in a pattern. And yeah, I just need to make a decision. It was taking a very long time. So feeling good about that, but I'm gonna head out because there's nothing left for me to do here. Guys, I can't wait to be back in this house. I just also stood here for probably 20 minutes just like staring at my kitchen, and I was like picturing what it's gonna look like. The kitchen needs a renovation, but it wasn't a part of this plan. I honestly probably should have just did it to get it done, but I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna do. So the kitchen will be 2 phases. One is the like temporary upgrades I'm gonna do to it, and then I will eventually renovate it because I have some ideas to get that freaking island out of the middle of the room. I hate it like that. The way it's like this way, I feel like it should be this way. Ugh. Here on the 2nd floor, they've been pulling up the subfloors. Oh no, my towel. I should probably put that somewhere. But upstairs here, let's see if you can hear how creaky it is. So these are the original floors. The subfloor has come up in here and here. And this is what the new floors look like with insulation and no squeaks. Now you might remember last time I was here, I was talking about how the ceiling is like right there and it'd be so easy to fall through. Yeah, like if you stepped on this right now, you'd go through the ceiling, right? Apparently that happened. Let me show you down on the main floor. But lastly, the plumbing is going in here for the shower and sink and toilet. And then you also have plumbing going to this outside wall because that's gonna be a new kitchen. And you also have plumbing going to this little closet cove here because this is going to be the 2nd unit's laundry. I think this is where somebody went through the ceiling. I mean, you can kind of like barely tell, but you know, at least it's a Band-Aid fix currently. There's really a Band-Aid there. So that will have to be fixed. Yeah, this is a lot. You know what you don't want to see when you show up to check on your house? A wall that was not there before. I think that that's here because upstairs they're actually re-supporting the floor with a beam. So I think that that's there just in case to make sure the roof doesn't fall down. It's a little scary to see though. Crazy. Just doesn't stop, full of surprises. What's not a surprise is that because I used to have a wall here, insert clip of the wall that used to be here. It used to go right here, but there's now holes in the floor that need to be patched. But luckily, because we decided to tile the whole hallway out there, we get to save those floorboards. Not to mention that I'm pretty sure we found a matching floorboard at Home Depot, so it wouldn't be an issue. Here's all of my floorboards that they pulled up from the hallway, and they're gonna feather them in to the vent that caused a hole, as well as the wall that left a hole in the floor. Shall we check out what's happening upstairs? Also guys, I am really excited about this hallway. Like right now I feel like it's the place that I have the biggest vision. Like I figured out the plan already. All the other spaces I'm kind of like, I don't know yet, it's all up in the air, but this little hallway, communal hallway, when I was having a hard time figuring out which tile to choose, I actually sat down, made a little mood board, and it helped me really figure out what I want to do, including like a cool like hook detail up here because it's a communal space. It's like I want hooks in case maybe I have a bunch of people over, but definitely don't want to be using this like every day as my own storage because that should happen in my own space. But that'll come later in some future episodes of Making Home. But I just want you to know, and I'm also just reassuring myself that eventually we'll get to the point where this renovation is done and I can start decorating. I heard that this house, oh, we're missing a railing. There used to be a railing here. Now it's over there. Oh my goodness. I was gonna say that I heard that the inspector, because pretty much like kind of every stage, like plumbing, heating, other things. There's inspector that will come by to like kind of sign off and be like, plumbing looks good, you can move on to the next step. So the thing is that apparently the manager started coming with the inspector, because I think it's not very common to be turning a house into a duplex. As common as they are in Toronto, there's lots of different like parameters that you have to meet. So, and the reason that the railing here had to be taken out is because it wasn't a standard 37 inches, I want to say, 32 inches, 37 inches. I think it's currently 32 and it needs to be 37. Yeah, it was like a little bit short, which our inspector friend, we want to make very happy. So we're gonna raise the railing a bit so that it's a standard height. It's obviously also a safety thing. That's why I have to do it, but it's just annoying, man. Let's check in how all my stuff is doing in here. This is my entire, other than some clothes I have at my boyfriend's, this is all my stuff in one room. Keeping toasty with this little heater. I just want to move back in so badly, so badly. I moved out beginning of November. It's currently mid-February. I just want my house back. Another day at the house. I'm on the main floor and I no longer have a wall in my kitchen, which is good. But what's not good is that I can see up into my bathroom here, or the second unit bathroom. Now I have a meeting with my contractor today here at the house, so maybe I can get an update as to what the frick is going on. Yowza. And I feel like we should be almost at a place where this main floor is done. Like the walls are out, there's drywall up. I feel like we just need trim on the floor and like a door, and then we're pretty much done, or at least the contractors are done. And my job is just beginning, decorating and making it work for me. Let's go see what's happening upstairs. The railing's back, but it's not any higher. Oh! Hello, floors. Oh, yes. Oh. Oh. Something happened there. These are good. And they match downstairs. I think there's a little bit more like tone in them. They're not as light as the ones I have downstairs, but they look pretty good. If you guys want to learn something, actually, I was about to teach you something, but I actually don't know, so I might be teaching you this wrong. But, so when you're redoing floors, you have your baseboard here, right? Baseboard. And then we have this like little like floor to baseboard transition piece. Now sometimes people use quarter round, which is what I have downstairs. Insert pic of the quarter round from the basement. But we went with this one because it looks a little bit better than quarter round. It kind of just looks like a more enhanced baseboard. And then it still needs to be like caulked and stuff so it looks smooth, but it's looking good. So a task for today is to actually move everything in this room into that middle bedroom so that they can keep working on the flooring. Oh my god. And I'm selling the couch because this couch was perfect for my bachelor apartment, but it's gonna be too small for the new place. I'm just getting rid of this one online. Somebody's coming to pick it up today, so I need to get that downstairs and move everything into the small bedroom. It's gonna be difficult. I wonder if I can start moving furniture like into the basement too. It's a thought. Okay, couch is gone. I should have filmed that, that was the mission. But, slowly clearing things out that I don't need.
Yo, that dust is crazy.
Guys, it's a very exciting day because I have been self-isolating, not visiting my house for about 2 weeks now. So I'm really excited because today I'm gonna go see the house. I have to water some plants. I hope that they're doing okay. And then also just see some upgrades. They have been working on the house. Construction is considered an essential service right now when I'm recording this, but they've been doing like smaller teams, practicing social distancing while they're working on the house. So it's still been moving. I think it's just been moving a little bit slower. And then obviously like certain vendors and stuff like that aren't as easy to get a hold of and stuff, which we totally understand. But the good news is the basement and the main floor are almost done. So let's go check it out. I'm so excited. And it's a beautiful spring day, just like really an exciting day. Wearing a non-winter jacket because it's so nice out. Not my jacket, but I'm borrowing it because it matched my shirt so well. Oh, it looks like a house again. Wow, I haven't seen the floors in so long, like a minute, a long ass minute. Just a few things left to do, some painting, but it looks good. There used to be a wall here and then we're putting a wall back here because the floors were missing. And I think this will all get redone when I finish the kitchen one day. But I thought I discussed this being taller with them, so I don't know if that's still the plan, but I kind of wanted it to be like almost as tall as this so that you can kind of like hide things up against it. So exciting. Really 2 rooms, this place. Doing a little test with if we can hear somebody walking upstairs. Honestly, I think the sound I'm hearing is coming from the hallway. Like it sounds super muffled in the living room here.
It doesn't sound like there's a lot coming to the floor.
No, it's super muffled. Okay, let's go upstairs. So the future bathroom, standing shower. I'm in the process of picking out a vanity right now. And the toilet's going here. It's gonna be a really tight bathroom, but it was really tight before and I took out the tub, so yeah. In here is the kitchen. You can see the floor is done. The kitchen will go on that wall. And then this is where the laundry will go in the kitchen area. Going down the hallway. Oh yeah. Did you water all the plants?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Plants, how you guys doing? I miss you. I actually want to find in here somewhere, this is all my belongings right now. Somewhere is my, I think I have weights. That would be good to grab. Look how dusty that is. Ooh. And then the floor is slowly getting redone. So the fun thing about this is that these floors we actually got to match downstairs. So the whole house is gonna have a cohesive flooring. But yeah, this front room, which is going to be, I assume, the future living room for the tenant, is not yet hardwood, but it is getting there. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's episode. Make sure you're subscribed because, as always, there'll be another episode and I don't know exactly when it's gonna come out, but we'll be focusing back on the basement and the main floor and moving in, hopefully, to my unit, happening very soon. I'm very excited. Make sure you're subscribed and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.